Take a look at your environment and take a look at the environment that you're surrounded in every single day, because your environment is affecting the signal you're broadcasting, whether you know about it or not. It's affecting the signal you're broadcasting, because what's in your environment and what you see every single day is being impressed in your subconscious mind. And the basic principle to understand that I say every single time is you have to really understand energy, frequency, vibration. You, whether you know about it or not, are transmitting a signal 24/7, whether you know about it or not. And you began transmitting the
Body.
signal in this physical body since you were born. You were non-physically transmitting a signal before you were in this physical body. Now you're focused in this physical body and you're transmitting a signal. Ever since you were a child, you've been creating your own reality. And a lot of people find that hard to believe. A child wouldn't create this bad circumstance or this bad condition in their life. And that's very true. But the child is the only one who could broadcast a signal for themselves. The mom can't do that for the child. The father can't do that for the child. It's the child. And the influences and their environment that the child grows up in plays a very big role in the evolution of their life. You see, we started where our parents left off. Where our parents were at the time we were born, that's where we started at. And if our parents weren't aware of this information, or if our parents were not where they wanted to be in life, or any of these any of these situations, if they were where they wanted to be in life, if they did know this information, no matter what the case may be, us as children grew up in that environment and we were being affected by all the influences around us, whether it was our family, our friends, our teachers, any single person. They all played a role in our life because they were, in fact, influencing our lives and we learned from them. So we broadcasted a signal for that part of our life as a child that was dispersed between all the influences that we had growing up. Every person who influenced us as we grew up helped shape who we are today. And some of us are not who we want to be today, but that's able to be changed because you have the ability right now in this present moment to embody the version of yourself that you would like to become. We all have things that we don't want in our lives, and we all have things that we want that we do not yet have in our life. And in order to attain those things that we want but we do not yet have, we have to become a different version of ourselves in order to attain those things. You're able to change the version of yourself you are right now. You might, since a child, have been programmed to living a life that you're not wanting to live because of the environment that you grew up around and the influences you had around you. And that's perfectly fine because right now we're going to change that in order to step into that new version of ourselves that actually is in vibrational harmony with what it is that we desire. In order to get what you desire, you first have to know where you're at right now. Where am I at? Once you come to the firm conclusion of where you're at right now and what your life consists of and your paradigm, the state of mind that you're currently in, all those aspects of your life right now, where you're currently at in this present moment, you need to clearly and firmly make a decision of where that is right now. And now that step one is done, you have to clearly identify what it is that you want. Not what you think you want because this person has it, or not because any other reason except the fact that you truly desire this outcome. You truly desire these results. And a lot of the time, people don't know what they want in life. People don't know what it is that they desire, or they think they do, but they desire it for the wrong reasons, and it's not something that they actually truly want. And that's the second step in order to getting where you want, is to actually know, where is it that I'm headed? Where is the destination that I want to reach? Step number 1, know where you're at right now. Step number 2, know the destination. Step number 3, it's going to sound so simple, but just head in that direction now. For example, let's say you have these things in your life. Your life consists of this vehicle. Your life consists of these people. Your life consists of these dominant emotions. Your life consists of this income. Your life consists of everything that it does right now. And when you clearly identify where that is for yourself, then you have to understand that that's what you're in vibrational harmony with. You can't attract anything that you're not in vibrational harmony with. It's so simple once you understand, and you have to really wrap your head around this. You have to really know what it is that you want, and you have to know what you have right now, because it's an indicator of where you are vibrationally. Everything that you have right now comes easy to you, right? The income that you have right now, obviously it comes easy to you because it might have been remaining stagnant up until this point. So it's just easy to get this $400 a week or $400 a month, whatever it is that you're currently achieving right now. It's easy because that's what you've been practicing. So it's easy to continue to keep the results and maintain the results that you have right now, because you are in fact in vibrational harmony with it. Once you understand that, now look up, look forward, look at the desire that you want, that you truly, truly, truly want. Whether that be better influences around you, more like-minded friends, more like-minded family members, a new vehicle, a larger income. And when you finally understand what it is that you desire, and you have a clear, very clear vision of what that is, that's when you could begin to move forward, because you actually know now, okay, this is what it is I truly want. I don't want this because somebody else wants it for me. I don't want this because I think someone else wants it for me. I don't want this because someone else has it. I want this because I think that it would make me feel better in the having of it, and just thinking about it increases my mood. Just thinking about it increases my emotion. That's how you know that you truly desire what it is that you're thinking of. And now that desire that you finally made a clear, sure-footed decision on, that's what you have to become in vibrational harmony with now. And in order to become in vibrational harmony with the desire that you do not yet have, you have to become a version of yourself that you have not yet became. And that's going to take some questions to ask yourself. What time is this version of Mo waking up at every single day? Does this version of Mo work out? What version of Mo, what type of foods is he eating? What time does he wake up? What time does he go to bed at? What types of books is he reading? Is he even reading books? Is he personally developed? Is he not personally developed? All of these aspects, these little questions, there's millions of them that you have to ask yourself. And when you know what that version of yourself is doing to easily achieve those goals and those desires, then you embody that version right now in the present moment. It's that easy. You see, the version of myself that I am right now, I'm easily attracting what it is I'm attracting because I'm in vibrational harmony with it. Just like you, same exact thing for you. Everything you have right now, it's easy because you're in vibrational harmony with it. So it really takes no effort. But it is going to take some effort when you first start to get to that place you desire. And once you clearly identify this version of me has these habits. This version of me goes to the gym. This version of me eats this types of food. This version of me does this, and that. This version of me wears these types of clothes. This version of me presents himself in this way or herself in this way. And you mark it down to the T. You want to get as deep as possible with asking yourself, what does the version of myself look like that is easily attaining these goals? That is effortlessly attaining these goals, because you're effortlessly achieving the results you have right now because you're in vibrational harmony with it. You're so used to it. Now, same thing. You have to clearly identify where is it that I want to go? What is it going to take for me to become in order to effortlessly achieve those? And once you clearly identify what that is, you make the switch. Right now, in the present moment, you make the switch. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You don't have to wait till the car comes in order to be that version. You don't have to wait till the house comes in order to be that version. You don't have to be that version and wait to be that version until the income changes, because the harsh truth is that the car is not going to come, the house is not going to come, and the income is not going to come unless you become that version primarily, unless you become that version first. A lot of people are looking for outside conditions in order to change what's going on internally, but that's the wrong way to do it. They're too focused on the physical. You can't be focused on the physical, because that's the last step in the manifestation process. You have to focus on the internal work first. You can't get the car and then become a new person. That's furthest from the truth. You have to become a new person in order to attain the car. You can't get the house and then become a new person. You have to become a new person in order to get the house. Little things like these is what needs to be programmed in us. And what I mean by that, a program is just a belief. A belief is just a thought you continue to think. So thinking to yourself every single day, I am already the best version of myself who is effortlessly achieving the desires that I would like to have in my reality. And that thought is just a thought. It's probably hard to think that thought right now. You probably might never come up with that thought right now because you're not in vibrational harmony with it. But once you reach for that type of thought and you practice that thought every day, by practicing, it just means giving more attention to it. Once you practice that thought and it becomes a belief, now you're in vibrational harmony with it. Now more thoughts are able to come to you much easier on that frequency. You're able to receive so much more on that frequency when you're in vibrational harmony with it. There's a frequency for everything. There's a low frequency, there's a high frequency. Let's say the low frequency is where you're currently at right now. Let's say the high frequency is where you desire to be. Even if you're on a high frequency right now, let's just look at it as this for the meantime. This frequency is what you're presently attracting in your life, which you're presently in vibrational harmony with. This frequency is your desire that you're not yet in vibrational harmony with. It's going to take some change in order for you to be up here. And when you think the thoughts up here, and you think the thought of, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am the version of myself that is effortlessly achieving these desires, that's a thought up here. That's the thought that's in vibrational harmony with who you want to be and what you want to have and what you want to do. That's in vibrational harmony with that. And when you're right here on this frequency, it might be hard to reach for a thought like that. So you have to gradually move up the scale. And when you're in that atmosphere, in order to even receive a thought like that, you take it and run. You run with that thought. You keep that thought. You put it in your pocket. You write it on a goal card, put the gold card in your pocket, and every time you reach in your pocket, you touching that card will automatically spark what you wrote on there. It'll automatically spark the goal that you wrote on the card. It'll automatically spark, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am the version of myself that is effortlessly achieving these desires. That which you wrote down on your goal card, every single time you touch it, it'll automatically come to you. And whenever you practice that by reading it every day, and then you begin to memorize it, and then it's just a thought that you have every day. It's the first thing on your mind. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am the version of myself that is easily achieving these desires. And you memorize that, that's the moment you practice a thought. Practice every single day. And the more you practice it, the more it becomes a belief. And once it is a belief, that's when you become in vibrational harmony with what it is that you actually want, because you're building new neural pathways. The neural pathways that you have right now are paradigms. They're programs. It's what's on your radar screen. Your radar screen is everything that you see on a daily basis. It's like playing GTA, or it's like playing Mario Kart, or it's like playing a racing game. Whatever the case may be, when you're on GTA and you see the map whenever you're driving and you see where you currently are in Los Angeles, that is telling you this is all you're able to see on the radar screen, but that's not everything. You only see a percentage of what's actually out there. And that's exactly how we function. Right now, we are only able to see what's on our radar screen. And that might be this job, this income, these friends, these daily habits, these daily routines. That's all we know, which is why it's so easy to reach for those thoughts and those habits and those routines, because it's on the radar screen. But when you understand that there's more outside of that little radar screen, and you understand that there's more outside of that point of vision that you have, then you reach for what's out there and you expand your radar screen. You always want to expand. No matter what you're doing in life, you want to expand, because you're meant to expand. And if you don't believe me, begin expanding and you'll feel good feeling emotions. And those good feeling emotions just indicate that you are actually in vibrational harmony with what you came down here to fulfill on earth. Emotions are just indicators. And back to the radar screen. Your radar screen is what is currently being practiced. It's a paradigm. A paradigm is basically the state of mind that you're currently in. It's the limiting beliefs. Your paradigm is only going to allow you to go so far outside of that radar screen, because your brain, it's a tool. It's like a filing cabinet. It's built neural pathways to help you maintain the life that you currently have. And whenever you learn something new, or you go through a new experience, or you evolve in some type of way, then a new neural pathway is formed. And you need to keep building those new neural pathways, or new habits, or new paradigms, or new frequencies. It's all one of the same thing. There's a lot of different ways this information could be said, but at the end of the day, it's all one of the same thing. That evolution is expanding you, therefore you evolve from it. And once you evolve, you cannot go back to where you used to be. Once that radar screen goes from point A to point B, now you cannot go back to point A, because you now know what's on point B. You may only know this amount of income, this amount of monthly income. You may only know these type of individuals to surround yourself by. You may only know everything you know right now, but understand that there's so much more out there to reach for. You have to broaden your perspective. The moment you widen your view of what's actually possible in this world, that's the moment where you evolve. And you might not stay there for a long time. Let's just say you're in a very good mood, and You're in vibrational harmony with the thought, I am so happy and grateful now that I am the version of myself that is effortlessly achieving these desires. That thought, you reach for it. It's just transmitted to you, and you receive it from God. And you're like, wow, that's a powerful thought. And then 5 minutes later, you go back to your natural way of thinking, which is not the thought that you just were thinking. That's going to happen because the thoughts that are easy to you right now, easy for you to grab from in your vibrational atmosphere, those thoughts are what's natural to you. But when you reach for such a big thought like that, you begin to practice it. That practice builds new neural pathways or new radar screen. It broadens the radar screen. Or you become in vibrational harmony with a new desire, all one of the same thing. You just have to know the more you practice this thought and you practice the good feeling that comes along with it, that's when you become more and more and more in vibrational harmony with it. And when you think of what you want for the first time and you feel good, that is not a strong enough signal to get it manifested in your physical reality right off the bat. The moment you identify what it is that you want and you give it thought for a good minute or two, it's not enough. It's not. You need to transmit that signal for a longer duration, and you need to build more power and more intensity on the signal you're transmitting, because it's not going to come with the weak transmission. Just like when you turn on the radio and it sounds staticky, the broadcast or the transmission or the frequency, it's not strong, it's not practiced, it's not where it needs to be in order for you to hear what's playing on that station. Same exact thing with you. You are a non-physical being focused in a physical body that is 24/7, whether you know about it or not, transmitting a vibrational frequency. And the vibrational frequency you're transmitting right now is what you're getting back in your reality, what you're easily attracting, and what you're in vibrational harmony with. Now, once you get that thought that you would where you would like to be, you practice that. That's all it is just practice. You practice, you build new neural pathways, you change the paradigm that you currently are in to the one that you would like to be to easily achieve these desires. Once you get there, that's the moment when the manifestation process will take place in your physical reality, and you will now have the car. You will now be sitting in the front driver's seat of the car you would like to have. You will now have the key to that dream house that you would like to walk into every day. You would now have the like-minded individuals you would like to surround yourself by with every day. But none of that's going to come if you're not in vibrational harmony with it. All vibrational harmony means is that you're consistently transmitting this signal. You're transmitting it so consistently that it becomes dominant. Let's go ahead and use an example to make this make a little more sense. We all function like a radio station. Like the radio tower that's broadcasting the signals in order for you to hear what's playing on the radio. That's us. I am the tower, you're the tower, you're the satellite dish. That's us. We are the satellite dish. We are what the broadcast is being transmitted from. It starts with us. It begins with us. Now, let's think of that satellite dish that is transmitting the frequencies in order for you to hear what's playing on the station, okay? So, we're currently, for example, broadcasting a frequency on KISS 97.3. And whenever you tune the dial in your vehicle to KISS 97.3, that's all you could hear. You can't hear what's playing on 100.9 The Beat because you're tuned in to KISS 97.3. You're in vibrational harmony with what's playing on Kiss 97.3. And in order for you to hear what's playing on the desired station, in this example, we're going to use 100.9 the beat, you're going to have to change the tuner. You're going to have to change the frequency in order for a new frequency to be broadcasted, in order for you to hear what's actually playing on that station. Now, Kiss 97.3 is what you're in vibrational harmony with right now. Kiss 97.3 is what you're tuned into. It's the station you're listening to right now in the present moment. It's what's in your life. It's the income. It's the vehicle. It's the friends. It's the family. It's the dominant emotions. Kiss 97.3. Now, we want to hear what's playing on 100.9 the beat. We want to hear what's playing up there. But it's impossible to hear what's playing up there if we don't change what we are broadcasting. So, the smart idea would be to change what we're broadcasting, right? But no. So many people believe that I'm currently on Kiss 97.3 and I'm going to change what I'm broadcasting whenever I hear what's playing on that station. And that's so far from the truth, because it's impossible. You have to change what you're broadcasting in order to hear what's playing on that station. So our job, and the correct thing that would be to do, would be to understand where we are, which is Kiss 97.3. This is the station we're listening to, and it served us at one point because we liked the song that was playing at one point, but now we're so used to it. The song changed, and now we no longer want to hear what's playing on this frequency. We no longer want to hear what's playing on this station. So what we are going to do is we're going to turn the dial, and we're going to change the broadcast we're transmitting, and we're going to hear what's playing on 100.9 the beat. Now, everything, all of this makes so much sense. And let's just use this as an example. We're on Kiss 97.3, and whenever we evolve for a tiny little bit, when we expand our frequency and we inclinate our frequency and it goes to something higher by knowing what we don't want. We know what we don't want. We know more clearly what we do want. And thinking about what we do want makes us feel good. And that moment you first understand what you desire, it makes you feel good. The moment you give birth to that desire, it makes you feel good. So we're going to use Kiss 97.3. I'm broadcasting Kiss 97.3, and what I meant to say was 100.9 the beat. The desire is 100.9 the beat. Somebody walks by me and they're playing what's playing on 100.9 the beat. You feel me? They're listening to that station, and I like the sound of that. I like the vehicles that come along with that station. I like the houses that come along with that station. I love the energy and the emotions and the people that come along with that station. So I get a little feeling of it, right? So now I know there's more to reach for. Before that person walked by playing that station, all I knew was Kiss 97.3. They walk by playing what's on that station. I like it. Therefore, I have a new desire now. I have something new to reach for now. So that's me tuning my frequency to that station, and because I heard what was playing on there. For a split second, I heard what was playing on there. That is not being in vibrational harmony with it, because even though I was tuned into it for a split second, it wasn't practiced. It's something that still needs to be practiced. It needs to become dominant within my vibration, but it currently is not yet dominant within my vibration, which is why I can't hear what's playing on that station. But thanks to other people who do have that station playing, or who do have better results than us, that's all that means. Somebody who's listening to a station that you would like to be listening to, but you're not currently listening to, that analogy is representing somebody who has something you want that you do not yet have. And thank that person. Thank the people who are further in life than you. Thank the people who have the results that you want but you do not yet have, because You wouldn't even know you wanted that in the first place if you did not see someone else living that reality you're not currently living. Once you thank that person and you're in vibrational harmony with it and you feel the good emotion that comes with 100.9 the beat, you practice it as much as you can. And the moment you hear what's playing on Kiss 97.3, change the frequency. 100.9 the beat. The moment you hear what's playing on Kiss 97.3, change the frequency. Change what you're broadcasting. And practice what's on this station so much that people think you're crazy. People are going to say, you're listening to Kiss 97.3 right now. What makes you think that you could listen to what's on that station? What makes you think that you could have what's on that station? What makes you think that you could have those results? People who don't believe they could get those results are going to install those beliefs inside of you. And they could be doing that intentionally or unintentionally, but that's just their vibration. That's just what they're in vibrational harmony with. So whether they're doing it intentionally or unintentionally is irrelevant, because that's what they're broadcasting. And you are on the same frequency, but you know that you want this, and you know that you could get this, and you know that you've been practicing what's on that station for so long now that you become in vibrational harmony with it. Now you could finally feel free. You could finally feel the success and the joy that comes along with graduating from this frequency to this frequency. You could feel the success and the happiness and the joy that comes along with graduating from this station to this station, from these results to these results, from this lifestyle to this lifestyle, from this version, this old version to this new version. You are the only person who could change your frequency in order to get there. Nobody else could do it for you. And there is going to be a lot of people influencing you. There's going to be a lot of people saying you can't do it. And there's going to be a lot of people saying you can do it. And you are able to choose and accept or reject. You're able to accept or reject what it is that you want to believe, because it's all true. Everyone lives different truths. Every single person. Every single person. We all have different beliefs, which are just truths to us. And the moment you have your belief and you try to install that on somebody else, and you know it's going to hinder them and you're doing that on purpose, this person has 100% ability to reject that. They could reject that just like you have the ability to accept and reject what anyone tells you. You are able to hear what's playing on this station, know more clearly that you want to hear what's playing up here, and then work your way to getting up there. You're able to do that. Who cares what anybody has to say, do, or think? Because at the end of the day, that's just them. That's not you. And the moment you download the beliefs that they give to you, then you're now vibrating on a frequency that they're in vibrational harmony with. You're vibrating on a frequency that is not going to allow you to grow, expand, and evolve to where you want to be. Now, back to the analogy with the person walking by, right? They walked by with their phone and they were playing what was playing on 100.9 the beat. Back to the analogy. I'm currently listening to Kiss 97.3. Somebody passes me and they're hearing the station of 100.9 the beat. And I know more clearly I want that, because you'll just know. Everyone wants different things in life. Everyone wants different desires, and that's fine. But we all have to know what it is we desire. And when I know where I'm at right now, which is Kiss 97.3, and I know that I want to hear what's playing on 100.9 the beat because of the person who walked by, you have two options from there. You could go up the emotional scale or down the emotional scale. Whenever you feel good, when you thank that person, thank you for having the results that I do not yet have, because now you broadened my radar screen. You gave me the ability to know more clearly that there's more to reach for. I appreciate you for that. Now I'm on my way to getting there. That's one. That's the first place to go. You could go up the scale, because that example is a pure example of good feeling emotions: gratitude, thankfulness, happiness, expectancy. We expect miracles and we get miracles. Now, if you were to look at that person and you were to say, well, I'm on Kiss 97.3. I don't want to be here. I want to be where that person is, but I'm on Kiss 97.3. And this person's on 100.9 The Beat. This person's where I want to be, but I'm on Kiss 97.3. And I like what's playing over there, but I'm on Kiss 97.3. And I like the vehicles and the cars and the people that come along with what's up there, but I'm on Kiss 97.3. First of all, that would be considered a contradicting vibration, because you know what you do want, but you're still giving attention. You're giving primary attention to what is currently going on in your life, which is why you're not going to change the station you're listening to if you keep giving attention and keep broadcasting this signal. And the last example I gave was you going up the scale because you're being thankful for the person for having the results, because you know more clearly you would like to get there. Example number 2, which I'm stating right now, is you looking at this person and feeling envious of them or feeling jealousy because they have something you do not yet have. And that, let me tell you what that does. You being jealous of somebody else and envious of somebody else's results is hindering your process of getting there. It's slowing the process down for you getting there, because even though this person might evoke feelings of envy and jealousy from you, you're not affecting them in any way by being jealous. They're just moving on with their day in vibrational harmony with what's playing on that station. But you are affecting yourself, and you're actually hindering your own results. You're slowing down your own process to get to where you want to be because you're jealous of this person or you're envious of this person. And that would be considered going down the emotional guidance scale, because emotions of jealousy, envious, and worry and doubt that I'll get what I want to have, those are emotions on the downward spiral. Then the last example I gave was an emotion of the upward spiral. You could feel the difference. You could feel where you are. You could feel what you're transmitting in the present moment because of your emotions. Your emotions are indicators. So whenever you transmit the emotions of envy and jealousy that this person has what I don't have yet, but I want, but I'm here, you are transmitting an emotion of jealousy. You're transmitting a frequency of envious. And you can't receive nothing in your life other than what you're transmitting. If I'm broadcasting Kiss 97.3, it's impossible for me to hear what's playing on this station unless I tune my frequency up there to know that it's there. You tuning your emotions to jealousy and envious, you're only going to get results in that frequency. You're only going to get results that are in vibrational harmony with the envious and the jealousy emotion that you're transmitting to begin with. So it's important to understand that you're actually slowing yourself down from getting what you want by feeling jealous and feeling envious of someone who already has what you want. Thank them, then move towards the direction you would like to go. You're currently on Kiss 97.3. You know clearly you're on the station of Kiss 97.3. You get a little glimpse of 100.9 The Beat. Now you know, and you're sure-footed with the decision that I'd rather want to hear what's playing on 100.9 The Beat. Now you know where you are. You have a clear-footed decision of where you want to go. Now move in that direction by embodying the version of yourself that it's going to easily take to get that. Right now in the present moment, you could transmit a signal in this present moment, and this is the only moment you're able to transmit a signal. And you know what you're transmitting by the emotions you are feeling. One very important thing to understand as well is what you think of anybody else has nothing to do with them and everything to do with you. And on the contrary, what anybody else has to say or think about you has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. Now I'll use the first premise, which is a true premise, that what I think of anybody has nothing to do with them and everything to do with me. What I think about this person and this person and this person and this person is what I think of those people is what I've grown accustomed to, or I've been influenced by my environment and how I've grown up. Let's just say I like the color yellow ever since a child because I grew up in an environment where the yellow color was just everywhere. So I grew up accustomed to that. Therefore, that's what I believe. I believe yellow. Now I look at these people who are wearing green or blue or anything other than yellow, and I, from my perspective, think that's an ugly color. What this person is doing is stupid. What this person is doing is cool. What this person is doing is nice. What this person is doing, they're wasting their time. You see, what I'm trying to say is that's all my beliefs. What I think of anyone else has everything to do with me because I've grown accustomed to yellow as a child. Then I see something other than yellow and I have my opinions on it, right? I have my own opinion on these people, but at the end of the day, my opinion has nothing to do with them. They don't even know I'm thinking this to begin with. So it shows me where I am internally. Oh, okay, well, I feel this type of way against this color, or I feel this type of way against this person and what they're doing, or I like what this person and what they're doing, and all of everything I think about anybody else has to do with me and the way I grew up and the beliefs that I've held since I've grown up. That's the most basic way I can say it at this point in time. But what I have to think about anybody else has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with me, and vice versa. What anybody has to think about me has nothing to do with me, and it has everything to do with them. People could be thinking, for example, of me these negative things. They could be thinking these positive things. They could be thinking these neutral things. But at the end of the day, I'm just me. And whatever you guys think about that is irrelevant to me because I'm just me. You feel me? And what you guys have to think about me is irrelevant to me unless I let it take me over, unless I let it get my attention, unless I give attention to those things that people say about me. That's the moment where I become in vibrational harmony with what they're saying, and I resist myself from transmitting my own signal. I resist myself from broadcasting my own beliefs because I'm giving attention to what other people are thinking. So that's important to understand. What anybody thinks about you, who cares? That has nothing to do with you. If somebody thinks you should be doing this better, or you shouldn't be doing this, or you're too this, or you're too that, has nothing to do with you. Continue to do you, because these people who are saying the negative things are just broadcasting a negative signal, and they're receiving things in their reality that they don't want. You feel me? You might be getting what you wanted is in life. They get the emotions of jealousy and envious. They broadcast that signal. They think you're to this or to that. And you're just in vibrational harmony with your desires. You're living your dream. These people who have something to say about it, and it's always negative most of the time, these people who have something to say about it, they, keep in mind, they're holding themselves back from getting to where you are. So that should make you feel good because it has nothing to do with you. It's not affecting you in any way. Don't give no attention to the haters. Don't give no attention to the shit people talk, because those people are actually holding themselves in vibrational disharmony with what they want. They're actually hindering themselves from getting to where you are. They're actually slowing themselves down. And it's just funny, man. It's funny because people who are haters don't understand that they're the only person who is stopping themselves from getting themselves to where they want to be. And they see these people all day with results they have. They see these people all day with things that they would like to be, do, and have. And instead of thanking those people for giving them a clear example, instead of thanking that person, instead of saying, thank you for leading by example, thank you for leading by this clear example, thank you. Now I know more clearly it's possible for me too. Now I'm going to move in that direction. Instead of saying that, they produce emotions, or they don't produce emotions, but the emotions of jealousy and envious are produced when they see what somebody else has, and it's just as a result of what they've known their whole life. If they grew up in an environment where jealousy and envious was spread all around by family and friends and it was all they've known, don't judge that person for that. They're just a naturally jealous, envious person. But that has nothing to do with you. You keep doing you. Now, you should feel bad for this person who grew up in an environment of pure jealousy and envious, because that's all they know. That's what's on their radar screen. That's their paradigm. That's the limiting beliefs that they have not yet broken out of. So feel bad for those people. And you have to know that if you are one of those people who's transmitting emotion of jealousy, or you might feel emotions of envious, we've all had those emotions. We're all human. We all know exactly what that feeling feels like. Whether you want to admit it or not, we've all been jealous of somebody before, or felt the emotion of envious, because it's a natural emotion. Every single person feels these emotions. And if that's a dominant emotion that you feel on a consistent basis, and that's an emotion you practice every day, and that's a belief, that you have to understand, first of all, you can't change it if you don't even know. So first thing to do is look at somebody who has what you want and identify, are you up the scale or down the scale? What's the first emotion that's evoked from you when you see someone that has something you have? Do you feel good? Do you thank them? Or do you have a more clear vision of where you want to go and then head in that direction? Or are you being disharmonious with your desire by feeling those negative downward spiral emotions? Identify where you are when you see someone who has something you want, and then know more clearly, I don't want to feel that emotion no more, because nobody wants to feel those emotions. No matter how much you say you might want to feel them, you don't. So instead of justifying where you are right now, identify where you are right now, and then identify where it is you want to go. I want to feel good. I want to thank people whenever they have better results than me, because I know more clearly that they are giving me the clues. They're giving me the hints on how to get there even faster than they did. This person might have took 10 years to get there, and you're comparing your chapter 1 to their chapter 10. They just summarized 10 whole chapters so you could complete that in one chapter and get to where they are easily. But instead, you're over here complaining and being jealous and envious of this person because they're there and you're not. No more. That gots to go. Now, what anybody has to think about you has nothing to do with you, everything to do with them. What you have to think about anybody else has nothing to do with them and everything to do with you. What I think about anyone has nothing to do with them, everything to do with me. And when you understand that, you are more clearly able to take control of your life. Start broadcasting your own signal. Who cares what other people have to say? What do I want? Where am I right now? Let me head in that direction. Let me embody that version right now, because this is the only time I could broadcast a signal. I don't have to wait tomorrow or next week or next month to feel good. I could feel good right now. In this present moment, you can feel good right now. What stands out to you in other people, good quality or bad qualities, what stands out to you in other people is something you need to work on. Let me evaluate. You see this person, right, with a good quality. They're very humble, they're very intelligent, or they're very patient, or they have this thing that you may want. Whatever the case may be, this character trait or this thing that they've attained, whatever you see in this person that stands out in a good way, it's a good quality that you would like to have yourself. You see the humbleness, you see the patience, you see this, or that, and you want to have that quality in yourself, and that quality stands out in that person to you. That quality may not stand out to everyone when they look at that person. Everybody looks at somebody, 10 people could look at one person, they're all going to see something different. And who cares what they see? Focus on what you see, because this is your life. When you look at somebody and you view somebody and you see something that stands out in them, that's a very good quality, you need to work on that, which means you need to become in vibrational harmony with the humbleness, or with the patience, or with the intelligence, whatever the case may be, so that you could start more dominantly practicing that personality trait. And then you get it in yourself, and boom, you just embodied that thing that stood out in this one person that you once didn't have. You embodied it, and you practiced it for so long that now people look at you and they see the humbleness in you, the patience, the intelligence, everything. That's why you need to work on what stands out. Another reason is when you look at somebody and you see the bad qualities only. This stands out to you. This person is annoying, or this person is too this, or this person is too that, or this person complains too much. When you see that quality in another person, you need to work on that as well. Because again, there could be 10 people looking at that same person, but everyone is going to see differently. Everyone is only going to see what's active in their vibration. These 10 people lined up viewing this one person with what you think is a negative quality, they could be viewing, oh, well, they're super nice, they're super sweet, whatever the case may be, because the nice and the sweet is active in their vibration. But you see the negative quality in this person, like too much complaining, or not grateful, or whatever the case may be. And that shows you, okay, well, if I see this quality in somebody, it probably means that it's active in my vibration. It doesn't probably mean, it does mean that that's active in your vibration, because you wouldn't even be able to see that quality if it wasn't active within your vibration. So that's a good way to learn off of people, just by studying people. When you study people, study body language, and when you see this quality in somebody and it's something that is unpleasant, just work on it within yourself. And once you finally become the person you would like to be internally, and you embody those good character traits, and you no longer activate the unpleasant, unwanted character traits, that is the moment when you become whole, when you know who you are and you're happy with who you are. And you'll only see the good in everybody and everything, because you're able to choose what you give your attention to. So from now on, look at all the good qualities in everyone and everything, because you're able to look at the good qualities in everyone and everything, because there's good in everyone and everything. And when you do that for a long enough period of time and it becomes habitual and you practice it, then the good is all that's going to show up in your reality. That's the moment when you know you're a master manipulator of energy. You could take this unpleasant situation, manipulate energy, and make it to what you want to be. You could take what you don't want, see the good in it, and head towards the direction of what you do want by practicing what's already good. You and me know where we're not. You and me know where we are. We know clearly where we are. You and me are going to identify where it is that we want to go, clearly identify where it is that we want to go, and you and me are going to begin moving in that direction.